I'm going to do a quick video on load range E tires for Tacomas, for lighter trucks, and kind of a general overall tires, I guess, for all trucks. But the biggest question that comes up on Tacomas, because they are a lighter truck, 4 to 4,500 pounds, right? They're lighter vehicles, and there's a myth that you can't run a load range E tire because, oh my gosh, they're so stiff and your truck's going to ride crazy and you're not going to be able to drive it. That could be true and it may not be true. Basically, my advice is going to be you have to know the tires that you're putting on your truck. This ST Max is perfectly designed for a truck that's around 4,000 or for the Tacoma weight. They work perfect. It is a load range E tire, so it has a stronger sidewall, but the design of it is actually softer than my C range AT3s. Okay, I have the AT3s. This is a C range tire, but these sidewalls, they're not as tough, but they're stiffer. They handle better. So for on the street, they're great. They handle like almost like a performance tire, but when you're off road, there's actually less flex in this sidewall of the AT3 than there is in the ST Max. Even though the ST Max has thicker sidewalls, has armor and more rubber, a much more durable, tougher tire, but the design of the tire is different, that they can actually flex better than the Coopers. I can off-road with these at full tire pressure. I used to go off-roading with my friend, and he would never deflate his tires. I'm like, aren't you going to let some tire pressure out? He's like, nah, maybe. You don't have to. I didn't realize that. With these ST Maxes, you just go off-road, come back, and that's it. Maybe if it's a little bit slippery, you might want to let a little bit of air out. If you're on sand, you're going to let some air out, of course. But just for going through the mud and stuff up north, there's almost no need on this truck to let air out because the tire is more flexible, okay? These tires are stiff. So even though it's a C-range tire, not an E-range, it's actually stiffer. These I almost always have to let tire pressure out. If you're going off-road with the AT3, you have to let tire pressure out. I'd run anywhere from 28 to 30 PSI off-roading. If it's really muddy or snowy, I go down to 28. If it's not that bad, I'll go 30, 31. If it's dry, I won't do anything. I'll just run them the way they are. But if it's just a little muddy, then I go down to like 30, 31. But slippery, I go down to 28 because I have to get some kind of flex out of these tires. I have to get this tire to sit flat to get some grip out of it. If I'm in a mud puddle, I don't mess around. I gas it all the way through and get the tire spinning and just fly through. These AT3 or the ST Max, you hardly spin at all. You don't have to let tire pressure out. You just drive. Now, plus it's a bigger tire. Going from a 32 to a 33 is a lot more tire. People are going to say, do I want a bigger tire? Well, for off-roading, you definitely do. Every time you go to a bigger tire off-roading, the truck's going to perform better. The only problem is dealing with the bigger tire every day. The 32s are manageable for on the street. There's no problem. It's a good sized tire. You can fit your full size spare. They don't really rub that much. You can even use the stock wheels. You don't have any problems. When you go to the 285, the 33 inch, you run into tire clearance problems. You have to try to squeeze these tires in if you're actually off-roading. So they don't hit the frame, but they don't hit the fender, so you have to have the right wheel and offset. I have a video on that. So yeah, squeeze them in there. But when you're rewarded when you go off-road, they're awesome. Night and day, this ST Max and a 285 smokes this AT3 all day long, and I like the AT3. But when it comes to off-roading, this tire is way better. And even though it's an E load range tire, it actually drives smoother on the street also. Again, it's an inch taller, but it has a softer sidewall and things. So, can I use a load range E tire on my Tacoma? You sure can. You just have to know the tire manufacturer, okay? So basically the moral of the story is you can't just look at the specs and say I can't use this tire or I can use this tire. You have to know the tire, to know the performance. The only way you're going to know that is you're going to have to ask questions and look at the forums for people who have used the tires you want to use, okay? I was bragging how I love these tires on these light trucks. Do I want to put this on my Ram? I don't know. This tire is going to be a soft sidewall on a Ram. If I was running a lower profile tire, this ST Max would probably be amazing. But if I'm going to run a 17 inch on a Ram with a 35 inch tire, this tire is going to, you could have a lot of wobble to it. The traction is going to be great. But I think guys with heavy trucks complain about that tire that's too soft. And if you have a heavy truck and you want to tow, then you can't use this ST Max. Okay, it's going to be too soft of a tire. The AT3, they make a E-range tire, and that will work on a Dodge Ram. So the load range on the AT3 is for a heavy truck. You can't run the higher load range AT3 on the Tacoma. It will be super stiff. You won't be able to drive it at all. But on the ST Max, it's okay. So the moral of the story is you have to know your tire. So talk to people who've actually used them, not people who don't know. Find people who have put them on their trucks and what they think and what the results have been. Again, these tires, you have anywhere from probably like these 4,000-pound vehicles like Jeeps, trucks, Tacomas, things like that, to the full-size trucks are going to need different tires. You're going to need a tougher tire on a big, heavy truck. But you still want the flex, so the tires are going to have different compounds, different thicknesses, and things like that. So you have to use the tire that works good for that vehicle. You could put a mud tire on this Tacoma that's going to ride like it's on frickin' concrete. Or you put these ST Maxes on, it rides smooth. You put the Goodyears on, they ride even smoother. So it depends on the manufacturer. So get first-hand information to help pick your tires out.